two bills in legislature that are just sitting there for the last year. 405 in the House of Representatives, 8007 for the Senate, and they have to do with getting corporations are not persons and money is not free speech. And anyone who's interested needs to review those bills and push our legislatures to vote on it. They need to see the will of the people.
Hi there. Here we are again. It's a beautiful day at Occupy Friday Harbor, and today, you know, I'm realizing it's not necessarily battling against something. It's about bringing awareness to the shift, to a change. And we all are here for different reasons that all kind of commingle into the same reason, is that we want a shift, we want a change. So this is our venue of being able to bring that awareness to people that drive by, people that see this on the internet, and that, you know, we want a shift to where corporations and politics aren't entwined and in turn enslaving the way that we are having to live. So with that said, here we are today once again. Thank you very much.
Okay.
I think that the most important part of the Constitution might be the separation of church and state, because there have been so many great difficulties as far as wars and crusades and everything else over differences in religion. And right now we're having a big problem with the police being profiling according to various different kinds of religions. And so I think that that's a very important thing that should be attended to, and we should be keeping the separation of church and state. And for goodness sakes, tax church property. Thank you.
You know, corporations and other artificial entities, including trade unions and whatnot, organizations that are made up of people, are not people. And yet, the Supreme Court of the United States, with its Citizens United decision and the precedents that made it, that led up to it, have allowed corporations which are not alive, don't eat, don't sleep, don't fall in love, don't die, and can't vote, nonetheless have an almost infinitely larger influence on the outcome of elections than you and I do. We can cast one vote. Corporations, because of Citizens United, can spend unlimited amounts of money in order to influence elections. They can completely drown out your voice and mine. If we allow this to continue, our country will become an oligarchy, a plutarchy, whatever you want to call it. Only those who have infinite wealth are going to be able to determine the outcome of elections. We've got to stop it. It's up to you and me. Let's do it. Repeal Citizens United. Make it so that there is in the Constitution of the United States, it says explicitly that corporations are not people, and that it is within the power of government to put limits on how much money they can spend on elections. Thanks very much.
Okay, I want people to be aware that there are two bills in the state legislature currently which require labeling of GMO foods, and you can call your state legislators to ask them to support that. Today.
Tell me when.
Now.
Wake up, America! Many of the federal and state officials, I mean public servants, have overstepped their bounds and need to be held accountable for signing the National Defense Authorization Act. This bill is a complete erosion of our constitutional rights, giving the government permission to violate the rest of our bestowed liberties and freedoms. It is incumbent upon all Americans to pay attention and, when necessary, take action. Well, what are we waiting for? A get out of jail free card? We are one false flag away from enacting all the legislation created since the Patriot Act. Petition the state and federal government, quote, officials who signed the Senate 1867 bill calling for impeachment on the grounds of treason, including the president.
She was at a Bible getting ready to get the eyes. It takes forever. So I had to run and grab the car and then try to see her to her play date.